All right, it's Aaron again with the 63 Impala. If you're looking at this video, then obviously the car looks a little bit different than the previous videos. I started removing all the trim. I'm really going to start tearing into the car little by little. Took all the trim off that I could tonight. Most of the emblems and eyebrow trim, and then also the trunk trim. Next on the list is going to be all the trim that goes the length of the car, and then the bumpers. Need to get these pieces of turned aluminum off the back of the trunk, and also the light assemblies. But slowly getting her taken apart. Basically gonna start really cleaning this thing up, and my plan, the immediate plan, is to get the engine compartment cleaned up. You can't tell right now. Yeah, you can right here on the wheel wells. You can tell that there's a little bit of surface rust. Battery tray is trashed. It's rusty. Need to replace that. But that's the immediate plan, is to pull this engine out of here, clean it up, paint it. It was rebuilt about 10,000 miles ago, so that's the original engine. Get everything cleaned up under here and dress it up a little bit. The core support and the grill, everything under here. Get it all cleaned up, and then after that, move on to the suspension. Clean up the inside of the wheel wells and as much as the frame I can, and then possibly move on to the body work. But that's where the time and the money is going to be. And as you all know, the time and money are the biggest two things nowadays. It's a pain in the ass, but anyway, I'm looking forward to getting this thing to the point where it's going to be presentable. And the ultimate goal is to basically take it as a survivor car to a couple car shows next summer. This summer it's just not going to happen. All the hours I'm working at work and coaching my son's baseball team and dealing with the league and so on. So one cool thing though is I bought a Makita, I think it's 9227, basically a polisher. I'll show you in a minute. This is the original paint, which I've talked about before, and you can see that, yeah, it's a little bit dirty, but it's oxidized, and it's just got a lot of deposits on it and stuff. And I started on the hood. It's still a little bit rough, but it's also dirty too. You can see the dirt there. But since I don't really have the time or the money to do the body work and paint it and everything, I wanted to get all the trim off and basically spend about a week on the actual car itself with this polisher. And it's pretty cool model. I read a lot of reviews online about it, and it's got the the hook and loop head on it. So all the bonnets come off on and off pretty easy. So, but the hood, I mean, for being 50-year-old paint, the hood turned out really well, and you can definitely tell the difference between that and that. You can really see that the light isn't reflected there, whereas here it's a little bit better. So in the sun though, you can hardly tell that this paint's shot, but it's just one of those things that it's a 50-year-old car. So there you can really tell that the trunk has seen better days. So that's the plan. Wanted to keep everybody updated and get tips and ideas from anybody that feels like offering any up, And I plan on making a video every other night or so and going from there. So you can tell how long the trim has been on there. It's just, you know, a lot of this dirt is caked on pretty good. So I need to take it outside and wash the living shit out of it, and and then start hitting it. But it's easiest to do when the trim's off. So, and then, you know, obviously get down into the filler panels and things like that as well, because those are, paint's really still really good under there, but there's a lot of grime under there. So anyway, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll keep you up to date on the progress. Thanks for looking.